You don't have a W-2. Maybe you're self-employed. Maybe you're a contractor, a freelancer, a business owner who writes everything off. Maybe you just got laid off and you're sitting on savings. The traditional mortgage system looks at you and says, no. But there's a loan product that doesn't care what your tax return says. It only cares about one thing. Does the property pay for itself? That's the DSCR loan. And by the end of this guide, you're going to know exactly what it is, how it's calculated, what lenders actually want to see, how to find properties that qualify, and how one investor used it to buy a $285,000 rental with no W-2 and no job letter. Here's your roadmap. We're covering what DSCR means and why it exists, how lenders calculate it, the exact loan requirements you'll face, how to find DSCR-eligible properties, a real deal breakdown, the mistakes that kill approvals, and how to get started this week. Let's get into it. DSCR stands for Debt Service Coverage Ratio. It sounds complicated. It's not. It's a single math equation that tells a lender whether a rental property makes enough money to cover its own mortgage payment. That's it. The lender is not looking at your salary. They're not calling your employer. They're not averaging 2 years of your Schedule C. They are looking at the property's income versus the property's debt. If the rent covers the mortgage, you're in the game. This loan exists because a huge portion of real estate investors, especially the ones building serious portfolios, don't show a lot of income on paper. A plumber running his own shop, a real estate agent, someone who owns 3 LLCs. These people have cash. They have assets. They just don't have a clean W-2. Conventional lenders don't know what to do with them. DSCR lenders were built for them. Here's the math. DSCR equals gross rental income divided by total debt service. Total debt service means your PITIA, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, and HOA if there is one. So if a property rents for $2,000 a month and your total monthly payment is $1,600, your DSCR is $2,000 divided by $1,600, which is 1.25. That's a passing score. Most lenders want to see a DSCR of at least 1.0, meaning the rent exactly covers the debt. But the sweet spot that gets you better rates and easier approvals is 1.2 or higher. Some lenders will go down to 0.75 DSCR, but you'll pay for it in rate. Stick to 1.2 plus when you're starting out. The rental income number they use isn't always what a tenant is currently paying. If the property is vacant, or if you're refinancing, the lender will order an appraisal that includes a rent schedule, sometimes called a 1007 form. The appraiser estimates market rent for that property in that area. That number goes into the equation. So even a vacant house can qualify if the market rent pencils out. Now let's talk about what lenders actually require. There's no single DSCR standard because these are non-QM loans, non-qualified mortgages, offered by private lenders, not Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. But here's what you'll see consistently across the market in 2025. Credit score minimum is usually 620, but to get a competitive rate, you want 700 or above. Rates right now on DSCR loans are running roughly 7.5% to 9%, depending on your credit, your down payment, and your DSCR ratio. Down payment is typically 20% to 25% for a single family or small multifamily. Some lenders will do 15% down with strong credit and a high DSCR, but that's the exception. Loan amounts generally start at $100,000 and go up to $3 million or more for larger portfolio lenders. These loans are for non-owner-occupied investment properties only. You cannot live in the property. And most DSCR lenders want the loan in an LLC or will allow it. Some actually require it. Lenders you can actually approach right now include Vizio Lending, Kiavi, Lima One Capital, Griffin Funding, and Civic Financial Services. If you want to shop multiple offers at once, go to BiggerPockets and use their lender directory, or hit up a mortgage broker who specializes in investor loans. A broker who does DSCR daily will save you weeks of back and forth. Let me give you the real deal breakdown. Marcus is a 34-year-old electrician in Memphis. He runs his own small electrical contracting business. Last year, his business grossed $180,000, but after write-offs, his taxable income was $41,000. A conventional lender laughed at him. He had $70,000 saved and a 715 credit score. He found a single-family rental in the Raleigh-Bartlett corridor of Memphis listed at $285,000. It was already tenant-occupied, paying $2,100 a month. Here's how the DSCR math worked. His loan amount was $228,000. That's 80% of purchase price after a $57,000 down payment. At 8.1% interest on a 30-year term, his principal and interest came out to about $1,695 per month. Property taxes in that zip code ran $250 a month. Insurance was $120. No HOA. Total debt service, $2,065. Gross rental income, $2,100. DSCR, $2,100 divided by $2,065 equals 1.017, bare minimum. The lender approved it but quoted a higher rate because the DSCR was tight. Marcus negotiated the purchase price down to $275,000, which dropped his monthly payment and pushed the DSCR to 1.06. Approved. Closed in 28 days. No W-2, no employment verification, no tax return review. The property qualified itself. He found that property on Roofstock, which lists tenant-occupied rentals with rent rolls already attached. That transparency is exactly what you need when you're underwriting for DSCR before you even make an offer. Now the mistakes. These are the things that kill DSCR deals after you're already excited about them. Mistake 1. Buying in a low-rent market and expecting the numbers to work. If you're buying a $300,000 house in an area where market rent is $1,400, you're probably not hitting 1.2 DSCR. The property has to be in a market where rent-to-price ratios are strong. Memphis, Kansas City, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Birmingham, these markets have historically strong rent-to-value ratios. San Francisco does not. Mistake 2. Forgetting about taxes and insurance in your calculation. Investors run the numbers on principal and interest only and think they're golden. Then the full PITIA comes back and the DSCR drops below 1.0. Always get a tax estimate from the county assessor's website and an insurance quote before you run your numbers. Mistake 3. Using a lender who doesn't specialize in DSCR. A loan officer at a big retail bank will waste your time. You want a lender whose entire book of business is investor loans. Ask them directly, what percentage of your loans are DSCR? If the answer is under 50%, keep moving. Mistake 4. Over-leveraging too fast. DSCR loans are addictive because they scale without income documentation. Investors stack 5 properties in a year, and then one tenant stops paying, and the whole thing wobbles. Start with 1. Stabilize it. Refinance if rates drop. Then go again. Here's what you do this week. First, pull your credit score for free at annualcreditreport.com. If it's under 680, spend 60 days cleaning it up before you approach any lender. Second, go to Roofstock or BiggerPockets Marketplace and look at tenant-occupied single-family rentals in markets with gross rent multipliers under 12. That's a rough filter for rent-to-price ratio. Third, run the DSCR math yourself before you fall in love with any property. Take the monthly rent, divide it by PITIA, and see where you land. If you're at 1.2 or above, it's worth pursuing. Fourth, Reach out to 2 or 3 DSCR lenders. Kiavi and Vizio are good starting points, and get pre-qualified. They'll tell you your rate range, your max loan amount, and any property type restrictions. That pre-qual costs you nothing and gives you real buying power. You don't need a job offer letter. You don't need a pay stub. You don't need to explain why your AGI is low. You just need a property that earns its keep. The DSCR loan is how people who build things for a living, literally and figuratively, start building a portfolio instead of just a paycheck. The system wasn't designed for you. Use the tools that were. The code doesn't expire, but your window might.